Hello, Fragrance Head, and this is Ricardo from Little Resented, and today I'm in a gathering of the fragrance meeting. So how's everyone doing? Vancouver here is a lot of rain right now. There's lots of construction here, but yeah, you can see. For like videos, I'm thinking about like punchlines, like Jeremy Fragrance, like power. For me, I don't know, haven't come up with any. So if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. So for now, let's smell some fragrance. Alright, so here I'm with Joanne here. I think we're gonna start off by smelling. Yeah, this is interesting scent. Yeah, because. Yeah, Kathy, but she doesn't want to be on the.
Oh, she doesn't want to be in the video?
Yeah. So you can see this one is like a Greek ladder, and then with like a kind of like a Greek statue.
It's two-faced.
Oh, it's two-faced.
Yeah.
Why is it two-faced? Yeah. Wow, interesting. Okay, so let's see how it smells like. Oh, is it starting? Okay, cool. So this is Kathy's stand. And currently she's behind the camera, so that's supposed to be her job to introduce. But this stand itself is called Sciata, right? Sciata?
Sciatu, that's the house.
Yeah, so is it an Italian house? Okay, I don't know why is it in Greek ladder though. Do you know anything about it? No idea. That's okay, so Sciata. Let's smell it. Anyway, go ahead, Joanne.
I was told that it smells like watermelon. I think it smells like watermelon.
It does smell like watermelon?
It's supposed to be plum cake and other fruits too. That's my favorite today.
To me, it smells a little bit like peach.
Peach?
Yeah, it does. This scent is like a watery kind of scent. The smell to me is more like in the distance. Like it's something from distance rather than like a really dense sand that you can like a block of oil, some sand are like that, but this one is like more like an aquatic, like when you're on vacation and then you're like on the ocean and then something from like the other side of the ocean coming towards you. That's what it smells like, and something fruity.
Something fruity. Somebody just told me it smelled like watermelon. Was that there's no watermelon inside?
And I was saying that to everyone afterwards.
So who told you it smelled like watermelon? Is that you?
Not me.
Oh, okay. He's the guy. I don't know what's the answer. Like, what's inside there? It's plum?
No. Fig.
Fig.
Fig and
Smell
apple.
again.
False information. Somebody told me that you told them that it was plum. I still love it regardless.
Fig and apple.
It's like a fresh, fruity, totally
Aquatic?
inoffensive.
Is it
Yeah,
aquatic?
I like it.
Is this something smell like from like a vacation, like a smell something
Yeah.
from the other side of the ocean? Like, like from the other, I don't know that. So that's a fig and aquatic. What do you think? Is it like a unisex stand or is it more like a
I think it leans feminine.
leans
I
feminine,
think it
right?
leans feminine.
So useful. So what can go? What? So what kind of wearer are you picturing? Wearer.
I think it can be daily.
No, like what kind of personality? You? Okay, so this is the.
I don't want
You can stop now.
Alright.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm with Nick here, and we're gonna smell something from his collection. And this one is Pan Elegance Juniper Sling, which is one of the best gin scent.
It's a very, very gin-like scent. Juniper Sling is a gin beverage.
Yeah,
It's a cocktail.
yeah, right. Because gin is made from the juniper berry, and I'm really a huge digger of the gin scent. So like not gin scent, but like boozy scent in general. So like yeah, we can try to test this one. Actually, this is the first time I smelled it because when I say I like gin, and then there were like good members like introduced me about
I
it.
think this is also worth showing. This sprayer is amazing. The atomizer.
Yeah, it has
It's just so,
gradual.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That distribution looks great.
It is so good.
Yeah.
And it's such a fresh, uplifting scent. When that hits your chest, it's like cool and refreshing. And it's very boozy. It smells very much like a well-mixed gin cocktail.
I think it's just straight up gin to me.
It is very, very much like gin.
Like pretty much straight out you can smell it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You know, I have other gin scent, the Luminist, Fragmeet. That one is the best gin scent that I own.
Yeah.
Personally, have you smelled that one?
No, I'm not.
No, right? But that one is more like citrus with mixed with gin. But this one I feel it's more like pure gin.
This is very much like your gin.
Yeah, pure gin.
The only thing I can compare this to is in my collection right there, which is the 24 triple extract.
But this one is whiskey. I also own it.
There's whiskey in it, but there's gin as well.
Oh yeah, whiskey, gin and tea and rose.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's and also has ambergris and.
So not gin, sorry, juniper. It's
Yeah, it has juniper. Now I remember.
Yeah.
So, then you think they are similar?
I think they are similar in the way that they both really highly shaken. Amazing the juniper note. But I think that these both are like a well-groomed man in a white shirt. Kind of something you can wear to a wedding maybe or a business meeting. They're very clean. They're both very powerful but not expensive. They stay on you for a long time, but they don't really like have a overwhelming like they don't get up in like some fragrances that do have that kind of longevity and power.
I agree. Yeah, it's like a soft and gentleman kind of scent. Right?
Yeah.
So I think they are both from the UK.
They are, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, they have the gentleman kind of. Do you know what's inside this though? Like what?
I don't actually know the notes.
Right?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but it smells pretty much straight up like gin.
Yeah.
I personally like this better. What about you?
This is deeper and richer. So if you were to compare this to the non-triple extract, I think you're going to get a similar, more of a similar comparison. This lasts a lot longer.
I'll say that one more like a spring summer vibe.
Yeah.
And then that you probably use in the colder weather.
Yeah, this can last in cold weather, no problem.
I just feel like this one I can smell the rose and the tea.
Yeah.
So that's why I like it.
I feel like that's what gives it that extra like depth. There's more complexity to it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I think that this is Atkinson is the roots are in a very gentlemanly kind of. I think they make clothing. I think that's how they started. Their mascot, if I'm not mistaken, is a bear that's dressed up like a proper British gentleman, which is great. It's not on the box. There are two bears on it. Yeah. Like the original boutique has the original bear that they have all dressed up, which is nice.
Let's see the bottle again.
My only other qualm would be, I think this is a ridiculous bottle for a man. I'm not a fan of the bow. But this would be I think this is versatile. I think a woman could wear this no problem. I don't think it's necessarily marketed for one or the other, but I'm not really that aware of Penhaligon's like whole line or never dive deep into them, I guess. So I don't know how.
This is one of the best ones. That's what.
But it's great. Maybe it's supposed to be a bow tie because it's gentleman's. Love it.
Okay, so that's another Akinsons.
Not another Akinsons. That's the only Akinsons we talked about.
No, we talked about.
Oh, we did bring. Yeah, sorry. We were just talking about
Asia.
Juniper.
Yeah, that's okay. Because that one is just side comparison.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so on the light and soft side,
I think
somewhat would
grab
be,
the coffee. It does not wear light.
I mean, compared to like on the scale of all fragrance.
Medium. It wears pretty medium. It really does like last and stay on your skin.
Yeah.
If you're
So-
familiar with Old Ginger Bar from, it wears very similar to that.
Yeah. Eh? So you like this? You seem like you like this a lot.
I love that a lot. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
see how much is missing from that bottle.
So tell us about it. Yeah.
So to me, this is another fragrance. Atkinson is a hard one for me to break down as far as what notes are in it because I got into this house before I started kind of understanding notes. So for me, my scent memory is far stronger than my analytical ability to break down the fragrance. So to me, this conjures up a lot of memories of my youth growing up in Ontario with a lot of cedar forests around and just mucking around in the woods as a kid and just really loving that smell. But to me, this is the same kind of fragrance. This is a very clean, very gentlemanly, very versatile. This could be a one fragrance.
Signature scent.
Yeah, signature scent, definitely, 100%. Because this is very easy to pass off in a formal situation. Very easy to do in a work situation. You could wear this to the club; it wouldn't be a problem on a date night. Any season, it's an amazing fragrance. I don't know why this house isn't bigger, as far as people really talking about it, because it is.
You can give us opinion, Kathy. Is this sexy on the man?
Oh, this is so sexy.
I really like it.
Yeah, it's very woody, and then just like the juice, it has
And the
this
color
kind of
too,
woody
yeah.
smell, you know? Yeah, like a brown wood kind of smell, but I guess it's cedar smell. Yeah,
I find it has a very clean, modern,
clean. It's very clean.
and very modern.
Yeah,
It
and
doesn't
then
have the dryness that regular cedar fragrances usually have. This kind of dry lumberyard vibe to them, where this has there's a wetness to it, not necessarily
Little bit
watery, but it's a juicy fragrance almost.
it's in between, like potent and fresh. It's
Yeah.
not really like on one side, but yeah, it's an all-season scent. Yeah, pretty much.
Serge Laton's Eau Ginger Bar is the fragrance that I would compare this to. That's what I was thinking about earlier. It falls into the same versatility and kind of works in the same situation.
Very good. Okay. Thanks, Nick. Okay, so I'm with Alfred here.
Hi, Ricardo. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, exactly. Nice to see you here.
Me too.
Yeah, so that's is your fragrance you bring for.
Yeah, they just asked me to choose one for my, this whole, gathering.
Yeah.
So this was a big dream for me. I'd never smelled this. You used to always see it online. I mean, the design is incredible.
I like the design.
And I kept reading about it. Like, I got this whole association with blueberry muffin, and I love sweet scents. I love gourmands. So finally, I just bought this as a blind buy.
Oh yeah, eh?
It's like one of the most beautiful bottles you'll ever see, right? So it's a very high quality niche house, I feel.
Yeah.
The presentation is unbelievable. The cap. There's this beautiful poem in the back and haiku that they write. The name is amazing. One umbrella for two. Very romantic. One umbrella for two.
Yeah.
And the poem
Hopefully not two
says.
guys.
That's right. Well, whatever goes. No judgments. Here. Our eyes race to the sky. No rain. One umbrella for two. So very sad. So this is a very lovely scent. It has a tea note in it. Definitely has some sweetness, but not too sweet. It's gourmand, but has a kind of like a woody base to it too. It's one of my favorite scents. It's very comforting, very uplifting, very unique. So I love it.
That's a good introduction for the bottle. Now we should get to smell it.
Okay. Okay. So it's
Is it an atomizer?
Yes.
Actually, I'll do this one. Smell it now, but like I can't recall because now I need to smell. Oh, I can smell from here.
Smell it for me.
It's very strong. You can smell it from this distance.
Yes.
Something gourmand
Definitely gourmand.
It's the number one.
I'm sorry. Let's back up a little.
It's their private land, right?
You know, blueberry is in it, right?
That's what they say. I don't know if there's an actual note, but everybody says there's a blueberry note. I get the blueberry note.
Well, this house, I did a research and it's a very like simple note breakdown, but it's very high quality.
It's very artistic and definitely very niche.
Yeah, but to be honest, right now I cannot really interpret it what's there, but it's
Do you like it? What's your?
I like it.
You like it?
It's you remind me of some kind of Japanese restaurant. You know they
It's a
have
very Japanese kind of a theme. This is whole house. Yes.
yes. You know the thing remind me is the rice tea.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
The rice tea there, and then mixed with some kind of fruits.
That's right.
The rest of it, you know, you have to tell us what is it about.
Yeah, I don't even remember.
Yeah, hey? So it has.
I mean, it's so unique. I've never smelled anything like this. Right? I love that.
yeah,
And it's complex, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's so many things. There's something sweet, but there's something like woody and the tea. I think there's mate, like there's a tea mate.
yeah. So this one, the concentration is EDP, but it's very dense. It's almost like an extract to me.
Unfortunately, it doesn't last extremely long. Like it smells strong. I'm glad that you think it's strong.
Yeah.
But it doesn't last like forever. That would be like the one little downside to it. It lasts long enough, but not too long.
But when you smell it,
At
you
the
know,
beginning, it's
just
very
in your
At the
face.
beginning,
Like,
it's very, very nice.
it's almost to me like initial, you know?
Yes.
Almost. Not there, but like it's that dense. Yeah.
If you want to try a gourmand that's very unique and that's not very sweet, this would be a really good one. It's not like an overwhelmingly sweet scent. Very creative, and it's got some like more earthy, deeper notes in it. The tea, and there's probably something else in it too. It's really nice.
I wanna say this is like a bubble tea, but it is not really. It's more like those
It's not as sweet.
Not like that. It's like you know, it's a Japanese restaurant. The rice tea with some kind of fruit. That's what I get.
There's definitely that fruity touch, maybe blueberry or maybe even something else.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of tea. I think there's mate, there may be like the rice tea in it.
Perhaps some citrusy there.
It's just really high quality. Like, I've never smelled something like this. Like it's not a simple, basic scent. It's something unique. And most people tend to love this. You know, when people smell this, most people that I know, they just go, wow. It's a very memorable type of scent. So I would say it's a must try. If you can try it, must try.
Okay. Do you wanna give us your opinion?
We're totally
She
not
doesn't
into
like it.
Jonathan doesn't like it.
I
Seriously.
like it. I do like it.
You like
you
it?
like it? Okay.
Oh, you shake your head.
Oh, you,
No, I
you
just
just
don't
didn't
wanna
want to talk
give it a
about it.
You just okay. Cool. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
They seem very friendly, very down to earth.
So I really like.
Now we're gonna talk about a couple of Rojas, you know. Now Roja is on the hike right now. And and this is the newest bottle. Do you know any history about it?
So yeah, so this is the
Recent-
latest release.
Release,
You know, for my own fragrance journey, more and more, I'm really into Rojas these days. There's no doubt the amount of quality and how satisfying it is. This is not my bottle, this is Jonathan's bottle.
Yeah,
I was
Jonathan.
really eager to try this, and this is a brand new release, it's an exclusive. And I think it's for an opera house in the Middle East. It's like one of the famous opera houses, and for an opera piece.
Yeah.
So it's very intentional. I think the piece is called Trandot.
Toronto is a Puccini's composer.
So you know.
Yeah.
That's right, you're into classical music.
I'm into classical. I know
That's
this.
right.
I'm big
Do you know
fan.
this piece?
Yes, it's a Chinese emperor.
Okay.
And then I think was they have the arranged marriage.
Okay.
But then the guy, the prince, like the servant girl or something.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but something like that. And then the actual arranged marriage, the lady is trying to kill the other servant girl, and then it's happening in a Chinese emperor.
It's so cool.
So yeah, so that's why you can see the design is more like a Chinese kind of like a
Alright.
traditional. We have those on the cloth, Kingsui kind of thing.
Okay.
Like so you can see. But yeah, so that's and the composer is Italian.
Okay, there you
But
go.
this is a British scent.
So when they just had the release for this, so they had the live show apparently, and everybody had to spray it on themselves.
Wow.
And it was even sprayed in the room, so it was like a total release of this, where they were watching the piece and wearing it. So this is amazing. It smells.
Do you know? Yeah. Do you know how much it goes?
I don't exactly know, but in Canadian dollars, I think it comes to almost $800. By the time you have to pay for shipping, it's almost $100 just for shipping.
Yeah.
I think with duty it's another like $100, so it's about $800 from what I understand. Jonathan's model.
Yeah.
But this is really, really beautiful. It's a little bit feminine leaning. There's a sweetness to it. There's a beautiful fruity floral touch to it, and there's a very, very nice creamy base to it. But I think a man can easily rock this too, and it's very, very nice. And it's definitely on my wish list.
Cool. So for this one, I'm actually gonna steal it and. Actually, you know what? This spot, I actually get a decan of this and actually wear it tonight. So this is an extra boost.
Do you already have the decan?
I have the decan. I bought 10 ml.
Have you worn it?
Yes, I like it. I think it will be my top 3.
Can I smell it on you?
Let's go.
You see, like for a male, it smells great.
Yeah.
It smells great.
So what do you smell?
I mean, Roja is such a great blender, right? It's so incredibly smooth.
Yeah.
It's so silky. Nothing is like screaming, but there's a very deep kind of like a buttery, silky base, which I love. Which is again very signature for Roja. But it's definitely a little bit leaning into that sweet and buttery and creamy side. A little bit powdery,
Yeah.
but it's very nice. Like, it's done in such a masterful way. It's not too much. It's not too feminine. It's not too uncomfortable. It's excellent.
Do you smell any coffee?
I don't smell any coffee. Was it supposed to be coffee?
I said coffee, no.
I mean, Roja puts so many things, but you can't smell it. Right?
Exactly.
Like probably 30, 40 things.
40 notes basically. But to me, it smells a little bit like kind of like a tea and kind of like a garden
Tea, that's so
tea. I don't know if you smell it. It's something green, and then with the floral, it's almost like a jasmine tea kind of thing. You know, jasmine tea is really big in China.
See, I get something sweet, like a fruity sweet. I feel like it's rose. Is there supposed to be rose?
It could be, eh? I don't remember.
There's something floral that I'm imagining is rose. And then underneath that, I get this really rich, creamy base, which is so nice.
It almost like take me to kind of like a forbidden palace.
Beautiful, yeah.
Yeah, it has that kind of forbidden palace, kind of like a garden.
Very addictive. You know, it's the kind of thing that you want to keep smelling. It's not extremely strong. It's a little bit subtle, but you want to keep smelling. It's very, 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 very pleasing.
Absolutely.
Okay, so this is Troundots.
Yeah.
I mean, the bottle is incredible. This red cap.
It's made by Swarovski, right? Yeah, that's lots of money paid to here. Cool. Okay, let's go for you.
So this is one of my favorites from Roja. It's from the Middle East
The Middle
collection.
Eastern collection.
So
Yeah.
this is Qatar,
Yeah.
and this was a blind buy for me. I was really eager to get a good Roja, and they had a special on this, and it's one of my best blind buys ever.
What does Qatar mean?
Qatar is one of the Middle Eastern countries. It's
Oh, yeah, they
extremely
name it.
rich. And like this whole Middle Eastern line, they're so opulent, so rich. So they all have oud, so the whole Middle Eastern line is. But this is like again so creamy, and there's like a sweetness in it. There's an oud, but I don't find it's an animalic oud. It's more like this very buttery type of oud.
His collection.
Definitely not too animalic, not uncomfortable, but more like rich, in a buttery, creamy way. Sweet, but not too sweet.
I feel like it's a little bit sweet and boozy, and then I can actually smell the wood.
Yeah, there's definitely, but like a very well blended, nothing too much, nothing too animalic, like very
Not-
creamy type of product.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it like clean like those, you know, the fragrance du bois.
Okay.
Not that category. It's more like it has a visual of like a dry piece of wood.
Okay, interesting. Actually, this reminds me of fragrance du bois in a way, in the sense it's not too strong.
Yeah, in a way, but the wood is a little bit on the dry side.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so I mean, like if you make a Middle Eastern style, it should be a little bit dry because you know desert, right? Like
If you know Sweetie Out from Roja, this actually reminds me of Sweetie Out. Sweetie Out is like a buttery, like kind of a fresh croissant smell. It has the same base in it, but it's not as sweet. But this goes more oudy, a little bit more darker. So, but there is that buttery thing that's very. I love Sweetie Out, but I love this one. So to me, like there are two different versions of that buttery smell. Yes.
do you recall what's inside the fragrance? Like what kind of notes?
Actually,
No, eh?
I think there's supposed to be a cotton candy note.
What's this one?
So I've been
Smaller
trying to
bottle.
collect from this whole collection. So this is Oman. And Oman is maybe one of the less known ones from the Middle Eastern collection, but it's incredible.
So what is Oman city?
So Oman is again, it's very rich. I'm sure they have
Rich
the
city.
oil, the gas,
yeah, lots of oil.
opulence. I mean, this whole line is based on that.
Yeah.
So this one, apparently Oman is famous for frankincense. Like it's one of the
Oh,
world's best,
that's
most
why.
natural. So this is the most important notice here is the frankincense. I mean, I've heard some reviewers say it's like the best, the most natural frankincense. From my limited experience, I would agree with that. Smell this. If you love frankincense, if you want to get the more natural, more smooth version of frankincense, this is it. This is incredible. Still has the oud, it still has the Roja smoothness, but it has a very nice dose of a very, very unusual kind of frankincense. It's so clean, so smooth, so much easier to the nose than some other frankincense. Sometimes frankincense can be harsh on my nose, but this is silky. Super nice.
Let me try it.
Yeah.
This has nothing. Yeah, basically, when I buy fragrance, I usually hunt for the one note, and then I'll go for the best one in the market. So I think if I hunt for frankincense, this one will probably go into my collection.
This is it.
How do you describe a frankincense smell?
Can I smell it?
Yeah. I know what it smells like, but I don't really know how to describe this thing.
I mean, this one to me is fairly spicy.
Yeah.
It's very rich, but it's so clean, Spicy is not overpowering, it's not uncomfortable, it's like a very smooth, rich spicy.
You know, frankincense in the history basically is how Egyptian, I think they preserve the mummy.
That's right.
That's
very
it, right?
sacred, very, very spiritual sense.
I think they kill the bacteria. From my research is the myrrh is number one.
That's right, so that was used a
Myrrh
lot.
is number
Asian
one.
cultures all around the world. I mean, frankincense is Asian, right? It's used for so many different cultures.
Yeah, because
Religious settings,
exactly.
all of that.
Yeah, like church probably has lots of this, and
But this is not an extremely churchy frankincense.
No,
like,
no.
It's a little touch of it, but not too
Middle Eastern more like.
You're right.
Yeah.
And it's the Roja version, right? It's opulent, it's clean, it's smooth. So yeah, this is really, really nice.
I really admire him, as a
amazing.
European guy.
Yes.
He can create something so Middle Eastern,
No, I'm really looking for more and more Rojas this year. It's so satisfying.
So yeah, basically the frankincense is very obvious, and if you like frankincense, this is pretty much the Sandico, yeah.
Did you try this? This is Roja de la New number 2.
Oh,
You gotta try it.
I bought a decant from someone just today.
Did you?
Yes.
But you've never tried it?
I never tried it, but
I'm just about to buy a whole bottle of this because I've been wanting this for a while. I use this whole incredible. It's not for everybody, but
yeah, not for everybody. I can.
strong.
No, it's the weird, not the weird, but like it's interesting combination.
It's strong, it's unique. So this is a rum scent.
Yeah.
So it starts really bright and fresh. So it's got like an orangey rum, but it has coconuts. It's like a tropical rum.
It does. It almost reminds me something pineapple.
Yes, exactly. You know what? You're right. I actually never thought of that. But it has that tropical thing.
I
So
think
the orange is there. It's like a candy orange, very sweet. Very
candy.
But the thing about this is it gets darker with time. So there's sweat and castoreum, which I love. So it's sweet and bright at the beginning, but then it's gonna get deeper and deeper, and it's like a contrast. This is very. These are nighttime scents, the La New line, and this is the seducer. This is the number 2. So this is the one that's seducing, and I really get that.
Do you think it can be a replacement of Aventus?
Well, this is very different though.
Different.
Avantis is like fresh and masculine. This is more sweet, almost a
Candy. It's more like a candy.
More candy.
Like a pineapple candy.
I would say Avantis is like a masculine attractive. This is like a little bit more of a sweet candy attractive.
Yeah, but from the note breakdown, I don't see pineapple to be honest.
No, it has the coconut.
It's coconut. Oh yeah, it's coconut. Now I smell. It's the.
Actually, it has some chocolate. It has some cacao in it.
Oh, I think it's combination that makes it smell like pineapple. Like there's no apple note. They have to combine woody note with certain thing to smell.
You know, Tokyo, I never put the pineapple to, but now honestly, I get that. Is
Yeah.
there something fruity and sweet and bright? You're right, and that could be.
In Asia, we have the pineapple beer.
That's right.
This thing almost
Oh,
smells
really?
like it, yeah, but
That sounds
more
fun.
more high quality. You know, if you go to TNT, you
wanna
can
try
try
it. You can really
pineapple. They
I'd
have
love
it
to
there.
try
Yeah,
pineapple.
pineapple
Beer?
beer. Yeah, it's
Like
like
the alcohol?
yeah,
Oh, that's
with
fun.
actually alcohol.
I'd love to
yeah,
try
yeah,
that. Okay, awesome.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah.